What's the ticket to feeling more fulfillment? What's the ticket to feeling arguably more happy? Dr. K here, ICU Doc. I just finished reading Scott Galloway's book, Notes on Becoming a Man. And there was one message that I could not unhear. And it was the topic and the theme of providing surplus value. So what does that mean? As human beings, like I don't think this pertains just to being a man, but as human beings, are we leaving this world with more value than we took away from it? Are we lifting others? Are we making people feel more joy in their lives? Are we contributing more than we are taking away? And this is not financial, strictly financial. This is what I mean by this is emotionally, from a connections perspective, from a morale perspective. How are we contributing? And the magic of this, in my opinion, is that if we truly lean into providing surplus value, we are going to be more fulfilled. Your bucket is going to feel more filled. You are leaving this world a better place. And to me, when I think about other examples, it's things that might not be intuitive. It might be through mentorship. It might be through your businesses, being an entrepreneur. It might be the way you lead your teams. It might be, especially in healthcare, what you're providing for your patients and their families, supporting the community, sharing your wisdom, creating an environment where there's psychological safety. There's so many ways that we can enter our profession, enter a room, the way we approach our families, that we can provide surplus value. And if I look at my own life, areas where this has really, where we've created surplus value and it's that fulfillment has been there, raising my boys as an example. Being there, the nature of my job, I'm not able to be there at every moment. Like I missed my son's track meet yesterday because of, unfortunately, I had to work requirements. But being a father, being there for them emotionally, being there for them physically in key moments, modeling behavior that we want to exemplify. That has brought so much joy into my world. That is what is my North Star. This is what makes me tick, is providing that surplus value to my boys. How to behave, how to carry yourself, expressing love, hugging my boys and letting them know, like, this is mom and dad are here for you in those tough moments and in the good times. I think about our jobs as healthcare providers. There's tons of surplus value. This is why we have a lot of fulfillment in what we do. And for me, at a personal level, it's being there for our families in a tough, impossible time to imagine. A lot of us intensivists are very skilled when it comes to saving a life. I trust in, for example, on my team, any of my intensivists that are taking care of their loved one, you're in great hands. You are going to get the best care possible. But the other component of that is the experience, how we communicate with you, how we take the time to hear your concerns and connect with you, create that rapport. That's where I get fulfillment. Because being on the other side of that, some of you may know my parents had both passed on. When you have that compassion, when you have that love at the bedside, it's everything. It is everything. And when we do this what long-winded way of saying the approach that we try and do is be connected, hear about that loved ones, what they were like as a person, what their values were, how they were at the dinner table or on vacation or times where they were able to unwind. That stuff matters. And to bring that to the table, that's fulfilling for me. And I know I speak for a lot of my team members that this is where we provide that surplus value. That experience doesn't take away the fact that your loved one is sick or may die. But when you communicate in a compassionate way, it takes the edge off. It knowing that people care is healing. Other ways that that surplus value has happened is the mentorship, doing that Black Med Collective. Oh my God, seeing these kids shine has been so fulfilling. When we have seen, our very first mentee getting into 4 medical schools, one of our mentees getting over $100,000 in scholarship money, and knowing that the whole trajectory of their life has changed, and the fact that we've contributed to representation, absolutely surplus value and fills that bucket. Prevention over prescription angle, my goodness, surplus value that is so fulfilling. When we talk about ways, the PRESS method, finding your purpose, how to manage stress, your nutrition, your strength and exercise, and finding that social connection, and when people reach out and say, hey, I've lost that 10, 15 pounds, I've lost that 25 pounds, I'm off my diabetic meds, knowing that their landscape, their future has completely improved. Oh my God, surplus value that is so fulfilling. And how we show up as leaders, 5 years into this department head role, and whether as department head or not, coming to work with that positive mindset of trying to lift others. When you walk into a room, especially as a leader, how you making people feel? Are you lifting them up? Are you here genuinely interested in how their family's doing, how they are doing as a person, showing interest, hearing their concerns, talking about how their contributions to your group has mattered, and celebrating their wins, being there for their losses? Those simple steps compound and, once again, fulfilling from my perspective, but also for the impact that it's having for those around you. Profound, significant. Other areas that come to mind, going on stage. We got a couple talks coming up in Toronto and in New Brunswick. And when you're on that stage talking to others and helping them feel empowered, helping them realize their potential, especially when we talk about leadership and moving the needle in healthcare, that to me is a real amplifier that I think a lot of us, what we truly need in healthcare right now. That to me has been super fulfilling. So I give those examples because I think you could reflect on this in your own life. Where are you currently adding surplus value? And when you reflect on that and you actually take the time to dive further into it, I could guarantee you're going to be more fulfilled. I can guarantee you're going to feel a more happy existence. And this is something that I've been reflecting on for a while now after listening to the book. Shout out to Scott Galloway. Anytime you want to come on the pod, by the way, open door. I know this is really popular and you might not, you could join the list, just joking. But just really think about this and when you, as I said, you reflect on it, you realize this is a real significant way of finding fulfillment. And it's just good, man. It's just good. Like, we need this more in people right now. Like, if you think about how self-absorbed we all are, I can't remember where I was traveling, what city I was in, but no one's saying hi in the elevator. Nobody's walking by and acknowledging each other. I contrasted that with we were in a tournament in the east end of Ottawa, Gloucester, and everybody said hi to me as I was walking by. And you know what it did? It improved my mood. I was more upbeat. I was more, hey, this is awesome. I'm feeling seen. And so these little things that people that we can do to fill each other's buckets, to add that surplus value, it's not hard. But this is like, we're way more self-absorbed. We're way more attached to our phones. We're way more me, 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 me. Just let's step out of that a little bit. Let's step out about it and ask how we can contribute. Even that little example, okay? Like, I was probably crabby and a little sleep deprived because I was traveling from Vancouver. When I got those couple people that said hi just on that walk, I don't know, like it was just, I felt more uplifted. If I'm not mistaken, picked up the phone, called a friend, was just more vibrant. And there's personalities out there. When you're more vibrant, you amplify people around you. Like, this is my goal, as you could tell, is like, how do we lift those that are around you? This is what we're here. Honestly, I just feel like this is what we're here to do. There's a lot of mental health issues. There's a lot of Debbie Downer stuff going on. The world is a scary place right now. So let's add that surplus value. And you notice I've hardly talked about monetary stuff at this point. But this is for sure a way that you could be added surplus value. I gave a talk to a group of nonprofit, like what do you call them, fundraisers back in January. They look gassed. They look burnt out. Shout out Sam LaPret for making that event happen. And not to digress, but remember to take care of yourself, folks. You got to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. But all this to say that a lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are having a tough time making ends meet. Cost of everything is crazy. So what you could do, financially contribute for sure if you have the means, but at minimum, give that smile, give that acknowledgement, give that kudos, give that handshake, that hug, that kiss, because what you do matters. That little step that you take can go a long way. So once again, asking yourself how I can add that surplus value. And Scott did this at the end of his book, and I want to say it to my boys. I know you guys don't listen to my content, but this is my message for my boys. As a Kyeremanteng, this is what defines us. We add surplus value. We are lucky. We are in a scenario where we have means. We are in Ottawa and Blackborough. You guys are getting to play your sports. You get to go to good schools. You have family that comes sees you. And there's a lot of people that would beg to be in scenarios like this. So at minimum, we lift people up. We also step in for people that need us. We don't ask, we just show up. Is it perfect? Has dad done this perfectly? Absolutely not. But mom, shout out to mom because she's more of the perfect one to do this. But we add surplus value. We step in, we support, we don't mock others, we lift them up. This is, like, once again, what defines us. This is a true family. All right, I hope this was helpful. Love you guys. Talk soon.